This is a game that I'm working on that I never intended to make. Recently, I started making a tutorial showing how to build a health system in Unity. It went pretty well, but I decided it needs some sort of context to show it off properly. I decided to take some inspiration from a game called Defend Your Castle. It was one of my favorite games when I was younger, and I thought it would be a perfect fit to show off a health system. So I kept adding bits and pieces, but I was never satisfied that it was good enough to release. Fast forward to today, and I still haven't released the health tutorial, but the game is coming along nicely, and it's pretty close to a playable prototype. The goal is to protect your castle against waves of enemies by launching boulders at them. So far, there's a regular boulder that knocks enemies away from the center of the impact zone, a flaming boulder that explodes and applies a burning damage over time effect, and a gravity boulder that pulls enemies towards the center of the impact zone. You can also train archers to stand on the battlements and launch arrows at enemies, as well as wizards that will slow down enemies with their ice projectiles. There are also consumables you can purchase to help you, which at the moment includes a trap that will snare enemies, temporarily preventing them from moving. After each round, you can spend your gold on castle repairs, upgrades, and even unlocking new abilities. There's still a lot of work to do, but I think it's a good opportunity to start pivoting towards game development content. So far on this channel, I've mostly covered C# programming and general software development. And while it's true that I do have a background in general computer science education, my full-time day job and nearly all of my attention is focused specifically on game development. That's why I'll be using this project for two new kinds of content. Firstly, I want to create more in-depth tutorials on game dev, starting with the health tutorial that inspired this project. So I'll be breaking down each mechanic in this game and showing you how you can recreate it and implement it in your own game. And secondly, I want to document my development process and give a sneak peek into what the day-to-day of making a game actually looks like. There's a misconception that it's all about getting cool new features to work, but in reality, lots of development time is spent fixing 1,000 tiny bugs and quality of life issues that by themselves might seem meaningless, but together they create the seamless game experiences that we all love. So that's where things are at currently. Keep an eye out for new videos, and if there's a particular topic you want to see a tutorial for, let me know in the comments.